Hello everybody, my name is KingStix and today I have a juicy Rammus commentary guide for you. I'm going to be building some AD items, Youmuu's along with Dustblade. I learned a couple of things from this game. One, Youmuu's is a viable item on Rammus, and two, Dustblade is only good to build if you're insanely far ahead, which is why it did pay off a little bit in this game. I'm going to do my normal clear, get a leash from my bot lane, next do Wolves, then Raptors gank. On Rammus, it's typically better not to do both buffs and then gank because they'll be a lot lower on HP. I smite the big wolf to get it done faster, and now I'm going to come in from the Raptors. I'm using my Q to powerball from camp to camp. This way I'll finish the camps as soon as possible since I'm moving across the map faster. My ganks will come a lot quicker, faster than laners expect them. Also, Rammus is a little bit vulnerable to getting killed by the enemy jungler in his first clear, so it's important that you get your first clear done pretty quickly. So after Raptors now, I just want to go in for the Syndra. I'm going to be going about half speed by the time I exit the bush. I flash into her taunt W, proceed to auto attacker. Jace misses his Q, and then he also messes up his auto attacks. He ends up having to flash to get the kill, which made it not really worth it. I am going to stay pushing this wave because I want Syndra to miss minions. Also, I'm taxing. I'm getting a lot of golden XP out of this. Plus, if I dump my minions into the turret, that means the enemy team is going to get it. Skarner's coming up and wants to fight me. As long as I fight him in my minions, there's nothing he can do. I want to bait him a little bit. I don't want to use all my spells just yet. I get off enough damage. E, W. As he tries to get away, I Q into him to finish him off. With the damage from my minions and my red buff also being a level up on Skarner, he really didn't have a chance. It was very greedy for him to try to fight me. I run over to see if his Raptors are up. Sure enough, they are. I'm going to take this. I ward the bush. I figure Skarner's going to come. He does. I'm already behind the bot lane. Going to Q, come in for the gank, run straight at Brand, auto attack, E, taunt, W. Auto attack him, finish him off, and we get 2 kills, which is great. On Rammus, he's very dependent on his AD carry, so if you can manage to get your AD carry ahead in the early game, it will be a huge deal. Rammus himself can't carry the team by himself. If you have every kill on Rammus and your AD carries behind, there's not that much you can do. You need your backline to be strong because on Rammus, tanking doesn't mean anything if your teammates can't kill anything. I bought my items. I'm going straight for Cinderhulk. On Rammus, you want to get Cinderhulk as fast as possible. You need that damage and tankiness. Going for a boots of speed before you have your Cinderhulk finish will just put you behind, and since we're maxing our Q, we don't need that movement speed from the boots. Our Q is our movement speed. Gonna run straight behind Syndra, auto attack E, W, finish auto attacking her to death. We already have a minion wave here, cannon wave. Just want to shove this in. There's no point in me leaving yet. Now I'm gonna leave after we've shoved it in. I went to go gank bot, but I saw the scuttle had already been taken and I didn't want to walk past it. It's gonna loop back around, take Skarner's Raptors. As I'm doing this, I'm keeping a very close eye on where Syndra is and where the bot lane is, so I'm always getting out before they can catch me. I see Skarner's red is coming up. I want to take it from him. I'm like 2 levels up on him with more items. Gonna run into him, taunt W, smite him, use my ultimate, try to chase him down. I can't quite get to him because of the Syndra, but I really do want to get this red buff, and I do end up dying for it, unfortunately. I juke like a madman using my Q. It just isn't enough. If my bot lane had rotated a little better, I might have lived. Overall, I got to give it to the enemy team. They collapsed really well on me when I was messing around with Skarner. I do have my Cinderhulk now. I'm still not going to go for boots of speed because once again, I maxed my Q. I like to go for a bramble vest before I actually get my boots of speed, unless I'm really far behind. If I'm really far behind, I'll go for Cinderhulk, boots of speed, then bramble. But since I am ahead, I want to go for my Cinder, bramble into boots of speed. As I'm fighting Gnar, you could tell he obviously doesn't respect me. He gets away, but then just stands there. So as I go into the bush, I want to charge up my Q before I come back at him again. I'm going to sit in the bush for a few seconds, and now I'm going to go at him with some speed. Knock into him, auto attack EW, finish killing him with my autos. Skarner wants to foolishly fight me. My ultimate's still on. I'm auto attacking the Skarner. Skarner realizes he can't win and runs away. I'm going to shove in the wave and then move on. If you are going to build Youmuu's on your team, do it after you have your Thornmail. Thornmail is such a strong item on Rammus. It gives them so much extra damage. Also, whenever someone hits you, they take a lot of damage. So just make sure you get the Youmuu's after your Thornmail. Otherwise, they'll just be wasting gold. With the vision in their jungle, I saw Skarner coming bot. I'm coming down here to cut him off. Also to fight him, I taunt, W, smite, keep auto attacking him. With my slows on, I flash the Syndra damage, Q into Skarner to finish him off. Brand throws a huge load onto me, but it's not enough. I'm going to Q, finish off the Syndra, go onto the Brand with taunt W. We pick up 3 kills, not a single one of us die, and the enemies use multiple summoner spells. Really good trade. Dragon is up right now. It doesn't matter if I'm low on health. I'm very tanky and could take like 12 dragon shots without dying. Notice how I get my bramble vest before I actually purchase my boots of speed. Like I said, no point in getting boots of speed before you have your bramble on Rammus unless you are really far behind. If you're getting absolutely killed, then get boots of speed before you get your bramble because you're going to need it. Syndra keeps pushing over and over. I'm going to speed up. By the time I exit the bush, I'm going to be over half speed. Run straight behind her, auto attack, taunt W, finish her off. Of course, Gnar's going to cancel his teleport. He doesn't want to get completely dismembered. Skarner's red's coming up. I want to get vision and control in the area. I'm going to check his raptors. They're also gone. Ward the bush. Take his spire to get even more vision temporarily. I don't see him at his red buff, but I want to wait for him to start it so I can kill him. I now see Skarner, but he goes mid, so I'm just going to take it. There's no reason for me to wait. As I finish taking it, Skarner comes down to try to contest it, I guess. I'm going to activate my Q to chase him down. He foolishly runs in, Q into him, auto attack, EW, kill him. I still have my smite and everything. Syndra's really greedy because she thinks we're going to dive her bot lane, so she's lingering right now, and she doesn't have vision. I'm going to activate my Q, get some movement speed, and come straight at her. Auto attack, taunt W, and she's dead. I'm glad Jace followed me up. He definitely made that a lot easier than it should have been. Now the bot lane is still at their turret. Me and Jace are behind them. There's nowhere for them to go. If Bran and Lucian leave, we're going to kill them. If they stay, we can just dive them and I can tank like 15 turret shots without dying. So those were 2 guaranteed kills. There's nowhere where they could have gone. Only way they could have gotten away was if maybe Gnar teleported there, but he'd already used his tele mid. I see Syndra and Skarner both go bot. I know the coast is clear to go shove mid without being contested. I have a big wave with red buff. Use W to get extra damage. Also, red buff does extra damage to turrets. I get a whole turret. Keep shoving in the minions. Syndra comes to defend it. Saw Skarner was bot. I see him mid now. I take his blue. I know he's going to come this way and I'm just waiting to kill him. As I'm waiting, I hear him start to capture the spire. This is why I go out to attack with my Q. I don't want him to get the spire because it'll give vision of me. Also, it'll give him a lot of buffs off of his passive. Taunt, W, ultimate, continue to chase down Syndra. The wolf camp got in my way. I didn't realize they had spawned in, so when I Q'd, I accidentally hit the wolves. Jace does pick up the kill, which leaves me to go mid and shove it in. As I move towards bot side, I see Bran mid moving towards bot, so I come down here to cut him off, run into him with my Q, taunt W, proceed to auto attack him to death. I do finish him off with help of the redemption. It did a little bit of damage to him, and I get away. I'm sitting on 4k gold right now. I want to get my Thornmail first, and then I can flat out buy Yomu since I have enough gold. I like Yomu's more than I like Righteous Glory because Yomu's is a 45-second cooldown, and Righteous Glory is a 90. So do the math. Yomu's is less than half the cooldown of Righteous Glory. Plus with extra damage it gives, it really helps Rams to secure a kill. Really good item when you're head on Rams to get after Thornmail. As I'm fighting them, I'm waiting to use my flash to dodge one of their CCs. Gnar was going to stun me here, so I flash it, use my Q to knock him backwards, and I also land the Q on Bran as well. I try to chase down Bran, but he's doing too much damage. I run away as if I'm going to run, then I use my minions, juke his fireball, taunt W, and melee him to death. The more and more you play Rammus, you'll get a better feel of how much damage you can do while they're taunted. Since Bran is a mage, even though I was low on health, I knew he couldn't kill me with his autos alone. So I just simply dodged his skill shots with my Q, ran into him, and finished him off. If I was a beginner on Rammus, I most likely would have just ran away from that situation, but since I'm a veteran, I knew I could get the kill, so I got a double kill instead of just one. One thing I really like about Yomu's is it allows Rams to split push really well. Even if multiple enemies come to stop you and they come from different directions, your Q combined with the Yomu's Ghostblade gives you so much movement speed. Unless they have something like a Vi ult or a Lissandra ult, there's really no way for them to land a skill shot or to lock you down. I see Brand is the only one bot. I wait a little bit longer to make sure. I use Q, use Yomu's power up into him, auto attack, taunt W, and just simply auto him to death. I just one-shotted someone as a tank, which is really funny. It was all possible because of the extra movement speed it gave me and the extra damage it gave as well. I no longer have any minions to proceed pushing. What I want to do is clear out vision with my sweeper and set up a tower dive. Gnar foolishly tries to save his turret mid. I don't really know what he's thinking. I'm going to queue up behind him. There's nowhere for him to go now. Taunt W, and we can kill him. The turret does no damage to me. The combination of my kit and my items makes it really easy for us to dive turrets, assuming there's more of us than there are of them. I back up speed in with my Powerball, activate my Yomu's, go in on the Syndra, taunt W. We're going to kill her underneath the turret. I'm going to stay towards the outside tanking to help Rakan and Xayah get out. There's no reason for me to run away instantly after killing the Syndra. Since I take the least damage from the turret, I need to stay and take as much as possible. I've gone progressively more fed, so I felt like going for a Dustblade. Like I said, I don't recommend it unless you are absurdly fed like I am in this game. Yomu's I feel like is still viable even if you're only medium fed or slightly fed. But going for Dustblade, I don't really recommend it. It's just a little bit too wasted. I realize I'm not going to be able to kill Syndra because our team is collapsing on me and I'm not tanky. I'm more of a bruiser. I have a lot of burst damage and a lot of single target damage, but in terms of fighting 2v5, I can't really just sit there and tank it. Garner flashes the wall and gets off a good ultimate. Overall, they caught us out of position, but it does cost them 2 base turrets, so it's really hard to say if that was worth for the enemy team. I finally do have my Dust Blade, so in the next team fight, you are going to see just what kind of burst I can do. It's really quite crazy to think about. Highly mobile tank like Rammus doing this much damage. I just really enjoyed building it. Also, guys, I recently played a game where my team wasn't very good and the enemy team had insane amounts of AoE. They had 3 champions that had an AoE knockup and just loads of CC, loads of damage, and there's no way we could team fight them. And I used a build similar to this with a few modifications to split push like a god and single-handedly win the game. It was really intense, and I am going to be putting that out shortly here in the next week. So I might put it out tomorrow, I might put it out in a couple of days. Definitely keep your eyes peeled for that. If you guys enjoyed this video and want to support the channel, it would help me out a lot if you'd like, comment, and subscribe. My name is KingStix. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Yeah.